Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to our Let's Review for Jon Shafer's At the Gates. If you're not familiar with this game, the Steam write-up says that At the Gates is an indie strategy game from Jon Shafer, designer of Civilization V. You're a Dark Age lord building a kingdom to replace the crumbling Roman Empire. Manage your clans, explore the landscape around you, harvest its resources, and build a mighty economic and military machine. I highly recommend checking out my Let's Try videos if you want to see a bit more gameplay and want to get a bit more of my personal feedbacks and thoughts as I play through the game. Let's go ahead and jump into the review. I'd like to break this up into about 3 different sections here, so we're going to start off with how are the graphics? The graphics remind me a lot of the strategic map view from Civilization VI, which I happen to like a lot. The graphics are functional and make it easy to identify what is what, which is important in strategy games. It's very colorful, and when you get into some of the environmental elements where you can see some of the snow and rain coming in, I definitely think it adds a lot to the overall feel of the map itself. And the map, again, is dynamically generated, so you're going to see a different map every time with different elements, different things all over the place. And I think overall it works very well for the game. The grade that I would give the graphics is a solid B. Next up, is it fun? I personally enjoyed playing this game quite a bit. Admittedly, I didn't get very far into the mid to late game, but I think the early game offered a lot of strategy and important decisions, which is what you want to see in a good strategy game. Being limited to a single settlement is a unique take on the genre. There are enough similarities to games like Civilization that if you like those types of games, this title might be at least worth a look. That being said, there are also enough unique gameplay elements, such as balancing the strengths, weaknesses, and personalities of your clans, that this game really fits into a genre all its own. I also enjoy how the profession system plays out. It reminds me a bit of how colonization plays in some ways, but with almost a mini RPG layered on top of it, since your clans have different stats and can grow and improve as the game goes on. I do want to take a moment to call out that the user interface may be one of the best you can find in any strategy game. The ability to easily get info about every element of the game really helps to learn what you need to be successful as you play. Overall, I would give the fun factor a B as well. And finally, is it worth the price? The game currently sells for $29.99, although I will point out that it is 10% off on Steam as of the time this video was made, so if you're at all interested in this game, you might go check that out. I personally feel that a $19.99 price point would have been a bit more appropriate. There is some replayability since there are multiple tribes that you can play as. The map is also dynamically generated, and the weather effects on your game are random enough that no 2 games will ever be the same. That being said, the bonuses each tribe gets don't really feel like they change the game in a major way, so that replayability might be a bit limited. I will point out that I'm often willing to give indie developers a bit more money than I might normally think is fair if I enjoy the game at all, and this game is right on the edge of that line for me. Overall, the grade I would give the price is a C. And finally, what is the overall rating that I would give this game? I'm going to give this a B-, or if you prefer, an 80 out of 100 score. It's a somewhat respectable score, but it definitely could be a lot better. I will call out that it does appear that there are plans over the course of the rest of this year to put out several major patches for the game to fix various bugs and improve some of the gameplay systems. What this tells me is that this game may have had a better reception if it had come out as an early access game over the next few months and not gone full release until some of those major patches had been finished. This might be a potentially good or even great game that just came out a bit too early. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick little review of this game, and again, I highly recommend you check out the Let's Try videos if you want a little bit more in-depth thought and see some more of the gameplay itself. Please let me know what you think about this review system, or if there's a better format that you would rather see. Obviously, this is new to the channel, so I'm trying to kind of experiment a little bit here, so bear with me. Also, let me know if there's other games you want me to try out and review as well. I'm really excited and happy to try out a whole bunch of different games, so I'm very much open to any of your ideas. Please let me know what you think about this game in the comments below, and if you like this video, please feel free to drop a like on it or dislike it if that's the case. Also, please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or some of my other videos on the channel, and I do appreciate you watching this, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.